So guys, the market is back and it's still crazy because, well, we have a promo. It's a promo, but it doesn't actually give much coins, and it also had coin packs as well. We need a promo that would give coins. Okay, that I could not get. Yeah, don't worry, I'll take this one. I'm buying him because, well, there are plenty of SBCs around, and he's a, well, Spanish international who plays for an Italian club. So could be handy sometime in the future. Thing with SBCs, they're worth doing if we have the players. Not quite so if we don't have the players with us already. Buying them and doing okay. Let's see, he's a Spanish international. He plays with Lazio in the Serie A. So which makes him kind of valuable. Of course, his position center forward is not one that's as that frequently in the SBCs, but it's still good. When the market came back today, players were in the beginning for first few minutes, players were going quite crazy. Like even the higher overall ones were going for cheap. Now it's the stabilizer a little bit, but elites are still too cheap. I mean, when we are pulling an 87 overall player, you would want it to have some value, but sadly, it doesn't have much value. There's a reason why I haven't opened any Easter or player packs and all. I mean, Easter player hunt. Okay. And another one going to Spiat, I think, yes. He's at 300k. I'll hopefully he'll also come for a little cheaper. Left wing, and he plays for Argentina, which could come in handy for future SBCs. That's why I'm looking into him as well. I think I'll buy maybe one of him. I again bought Bernardo Silva today. He was available for 200k. And many of these Easter players are available so cheap. You can see 200k. He's from League One, right forward. The advantage of having these 86, 87 players and all, it's like if you're an 86 overall player, then getting an 80 overall team or 81 overall team for the SBCs, which gives skill boost and all, it gets a lot easier if you have one higher overall player in your squad. Okay, there's with 86 and 85. Here we can see a lot more players. The Japanese one from Bundesliga. Guys, Scouting Werner is coming as the SBC's throwback player. Like Deepay was this week, the Scouting Werner is coming next week. So there could be a demand for the German players. But we already have plenty of German players around, Selke and Philip and all. Okay, and Jerson also, I actually picked up a couple of Jerson as well. In case if some Brazilian comes, he could come in handy. I'm not gonna buy costly players and then complete SBCs. I don't think it's worthy doing that. Okay, I bought him as well. I think it's Argentina. Yes, Argentina. He was available for 170k, I think, earlier. There are 6 more days of Easter promo, so I believe we should be getting more of these cheap because apparently there is no way of making coins in the game at the moment, and we did not even get any compensation. The market was down due to the bug which EA is responsible. All our investments went in vain, especially those who invested in higher overall players or that went in vain due to the duplication bug, which many use to create hundreds of duplicates of high overall players. Guys, so almost 4 or 5 days has passed in this event. You see, I got 16 blue eggs, 21 red eggs, 16 yellow eggs, 20 white eggs, and 3 rainbow eggs. I'm not grinding the event because, well, apparently for me it's not worth it at the moment grinding because, well, in this position where they show 82 plus player, if you are lucky when you do this egg hunt with start the hunt with 1000 coins, if you're lucky enough in this sport, a guaranteed master will pop up. I've seen some of my league mates got, 3 of my league mates got actually guaranteed masters. I even saw somebody getting 2, but it is not guaranteed that everyone would get one. That's what the dev said in Twitter. And I already got like enough eggs to open a couple of times, and I already showed you guys the praise of all those Easter players. They're going so cheap that it's not worth our time to grind, and then the drop rate for eggs is pretty bad as well. Many of my friends tried grinding and the drop rate is quite bad. With that drop rate, even if you try a lot, or if you get lucky somewhere here, you would get a player, and still he will be going for, I don't know, 150k or 200k. Definitely not worth it. So I'm just keeping them. Keep till the end, probably the last day, second last day, I'll keep them. If no master pops up, then I will try my luck at the golden ticket. We have to purchase all 32 egg offers below. Then we will have a shot at this golden ticket, which can give us an exclusive 100 overall golden ticket player of our choice, which is extremely unlikely to happen, which is because like there are like 12 of these and there are millions of people playing this game, so it is the thing that's most difficult to get in this game. If you're grinding, I would say better grind the team heroes because at least you get gold players and all, which are quite worthy because of the SBCs. I did not complete any more of the SBCs. I calculated the cost and I came to the conclusion that it's not actually worth it. I only done this one because I already had all the players with me. This one I had a few players, but what I did is that the players that were not trained, I had a few players, the Leicester players and the Moscow players, I sold them. I sold them for quite high price. The thing with SBCs is that it makes those players go for quite high price, especially the gold players. People are not buying elites that much for completing SBCs, but people are buying the golds. I sold 73 overall, 73 overalls for like 47.5k, which is quite high for 73 overall players. 73, 75. The 75 overall right back, I had a Netherlands one. I sold him for 95k. Same with 80 overall CDM. I sold him for 400k, and I bought with that 400k. I bought a couple of 86 overall players, which should help me in future SBCs. So, guys, in this sport we have deep pay this week, and in this sport we should have 88 overall striker, scouting star master Werner in this sport should mean we should require some German players, I think. So I went ahead and purchased some 79 overall Germans as well. The Netherlands players, for this one we need like 8 Netherlands players, and all of them are quite the prices are quite high, guys. So I calculated and it would cost too many millions to get this DPay. So I thought I'll just wait. Hopefully someone better will come, maybe an icon. Someone better will come at left midfield. I already have a good player at left midfield. If you guys don't have a good left midfielder, then maybe it's worth going. But still, again, midfielder skill boost, guys. This is skill boost mostly. Most of the players don't use much of the midfielder skill boost because mostly people prefer to go with skill boost, forward skill boost, which are like the speed or pace and all. So these are, even if I get 500 of these, actually I use only like a holding and captain. So again, note that beneficial for me in the long run. He's still going for quite cheap as well, 88 overall for 375k. Again, with Werner coming next week, I hope he could be useful. Like, I would maybe at least sell him for a higher price. Guys, this is a player I've been talking about, the scouting Marcel Werner. And see Germany and RB Leipzig from Bundesliga. So German players and the Leipzig players and the Bundesliga players and all could be useful for the next week SBCs. And now I'm searching for players like 79 overalls below 50k. Again, the 79 overalls will be quite useful for SBCs. Okay, this one I did not get. Yeah, but the main one here would be King Kita. He belongs to Leipzig, the same team as Werner, and a 79 overall. A team of the week as well. So some SBCs may ask for team of the week players as well. So a team of the week, 79 overall, on the same team that the Throwbacks SBC Master is gonna come next week at 70 at 45k. That's really cheap, guys. So I'm definitely buying a few of him. As you can see, I don't have too much of coins, but I already bought a few of him. At least 5-6 of him I'm gonna buy because that's all I can afford at the moment. You can see these 79 overalls going for 40k, 45k. At the same time, you'll be seeing those Netherlands players going for quite a lot more because they are required for the SBCs this week. When more and more SBCs come, more and more of those players will be required, and those players who are required for completing SBCs, here you can see him, Italian player from Serie A, 79 overall, is a bargain for 47k. Given the SBCs come and SBC comes which requires him, his price would double or triple or even quadruple. So this week for getting that left midfield November player of the month DP, in Netherlands players, and you can see the price over this Netherlands players. Many of them are going at their price cap. You can see the 75 overall going for 99k, the 77 going for 150k, even the 70 overall is going for 31k, guys. That's crazy. 72 is going for 43k. Just take a look, guys. All of them are going quite high and they're getting sold out as soon as they come into the market, because this week Netherlands players are required. And guys, it won't be just scouting Werner. If they follow the same path as this week, then there should be skill boost involved as well before getting Werner. I'm not that interested in Werner, but I'm very much interested in getting skill boost. And I believe that for that displays would be very useful. The German players and the Leipzig players and all. And guys, now Dele Alli can be used for rank ups. Earlier that option was not available. I mean rank ups transfer. Okay, I'll just show you guys. And my Dele Alli is not ranked up yet, but I think I will do that now. Now that it's transferable, it's like so. I took out that Kaka. Okay, and then let me swap in my 108 petit. I'll go with the base 85 petit. He would require a hell lot of millions of XP and coins to train him to say 100 overall. But if I put in this Kaka, it will cost me 3 million coins because the Kaka is worth 5.3 million training XP. So it will cost me 3 million, but it will take this petit. He won't be becoming 97 as it's shown in this picture. He will become 100 overall with 2 ranks. But in the case of Dele Alli, okay, I should have him at 87 overall, I think. Yes, you can see my Dele Alli is worth only 28k, which is quite less obviously. With 100 overall, he would be worth like 41k XP. But if you just put him an unranked Dele Alli at 100 overall, you just lose all the millions of coins you put into him, everything. So don't do that, guys. Do it only if is already ranked up. If he's already ranked up, like shown in this image, it won't show like even it won't cost any coins at all because 41k XP, it won't make any difference in the level for most of the players, so it wouldn't cost you any coins at all. So it's a free rank transfer, and you can use into any midfield player. Like for example, Petit is a great example because he's an amazing player, and a lot of the players use him in their 11. You can just put that ranked Alli into a Petit or even a Ronaldinho, and they would automatically become ranked up, given Dele Alli is already ranked up. So this way we could save millions of training XP this way, and we could get better players than Dele Alli in our squad as well. So guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye. See you guys later.